Mr. Jones, when his next service is due, will get a message direct from you. Hey, this is Chris. Welcome back to another show. This week I want to talk to you about marketing your garage away from just having a garage management system. So often we talk about the benefits to using MOT Manager, but there's loads of other things that you can be doing as well. And the great thing is as well, they work in the background. So the key is automation. You want to be busy running your garage, working with your technicians, dealing with your customers, and all these things that bring in additional profitable work are happening in the background, which is the key to business, especially in the times that we're in. And don't forget, whether you're on board with MOT Manager already or you're considering looking to work with us, you can always pick up the telephone and talk about other things. So if you're maybe looking at putting your own MOT bay in, or you're maybe looking at a different thing within the business, happily talk to you and give you some feedback from the hundreds of people that we're already working with. So the yellow pages, and I should have a copy with me, and I haven't got one available. I don't think I've seen one actually for quite some time. But who remembers the yellow pages? And you would always advertise your garage in there. Would it be about having the biggest advert? Was there a certain page that you wanted to be on? I remember people would put AAA in front of their business name to put them first when people went to look up garages. Or maybe you took a massively bold move and spent thousands of pounds on maybe being on the outside or the inside cover. Well, that's all gone now, and everything has moved online. And the online thing is something that I will talk about a lot in these videos. So important, because online is now smartphone. So the smartphone took over the computer web use years ago, and now it's predominantly all on the smartphone. So whenever you're thinking about something, whether it's with your website, whether it's with your Google listing, or however you're displaying your business online, always think about the mobile, and also make sure that customers can get hold of you. So if someone is looking you up, if someone does a Google search on your garage, predominantly because they want to ring you and get in contact with you, so make sure that you're really, really accessible to them. But it's online marketing companies that are now something that you must look into and consider. And there's so many wins that you can gain from working with these companies, but you have to do it right. So over the last few years, we've seen lots and lots of what I call online booking companies come into the market. So obviously, they might supply your website, they might even supply some of your booking platform. If that's working for you, then that's great, but it's still worth us having a chat about how we can make these plug in and work together. But the key thing is that these online booking platforms are here to bring you new customers, and that's what they're great at. So many people in the industry have really slated these online companies, but I think the win and the real way to play them is to make sure they bring you a new customer. So what happens is, you sign up to this online booking company, they do lots of marketing, they have a great presence on the web, and Mr. Jones is now a brand new customer. He books through them and you pay them to get Mr. Jones. You do a full service on his car, but you do pay a fee for that. What happens is Mr. Jones's details then go into your MOT Manager system. This is your own personal garage system with just your garage customers' details in. Mr. Jones, when his next service is due, will get a message direct from you. So this time Mr. Jones comes direct to you. You've no fee and no commission to pay, and you deal with Mr. Jones directly. Also, what we're going to do is the system will auto set him up an MOT reminder. So not only have you got him back for his second service, which you're not having to pay anything for, he also then gets an MOT reminder from you. And he's never had an MOT reminder before, and he says to you, do you know, my wife's MOT always runs out. She forgets every single year and she shouts at me. So all of a sudden, Mr. Jones then gives you Mrs. Jones's car reg, and then Mrs. Jones starts getting a reminder from you, and he's opted in, so it's all absolutely GDPR compliant. And then all of a sudden, this online booking company that brought you Mr. Jones for his service and got paid a fee, which is great, then came to have all his services direct with you, and his MOT with you, and his wife's MOT with you, and maybe even his children's details get put in there, and he's then going around and telling everyone how brilliant your garage is because you always text him and remind him when his MOT and service is due. This is simple stuff. Get in touch. I can talk about how you can get this in place right away. So the great thing about what we've talked about on the show is this can all be automated for you. I know lots of garage owners still on the tools, still testing cars, working very hard in the workshop. So these things that we talk about to do with the marketing, keeping you in touch with your customers, can be automated. Secondly, MOT Manager, all-inclusive pricing. So we will agree with you a fixed monthly fee, and it will cost you no more. Simple rule, the more you use it, the more value you get. So you're not going to get a bill for text credits or lookups or searching for anything. It doesn't happen. So we do a flat monthly fee, and that will include everything for unlimited use. So if you get in touch, I can talk to you about that. Don't forget as well, if you get on board with MOT Manager, we can get you set up the same day. We can get you and all your techs and team trained within a week, and we can get you results within the first month. So coming into that really busy time, MOTs are going to ramp right up. There's never been a more important time to have MOT reminders and service reminders going out and having your diary digital. Get in touch, because I really would love to speak to you for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. If you could give us an hour with the team, we could get into some great deal and talk about how this can make your already brilliant garage even better. I look forward to speaking to you and working with you hopefully soon.